Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this, if you're watching this. My name is John Beekner, and we're here at the Presbyterian Church of Broomfield. And today is January 16th, and it's time for our Tuesday moment of encouragement and some other encouragement to you as you're walking with the Lord, or maybe if you're just tuning in and you need to hear this. It has been so balmy, hasn't it? You folks, you know it's cold when the weather guy says we're going to warm up to 31 degrees. Uh, it's been so cold, and I hope you've been able to stay warm and get around and all those things. But welcome back. I hope we're starting a new year. We're already halfway through the month of January, which is really hard to believe. But today, I want to let you know, first of all, thank you for allowing me to go on study leave for a week. It turned out to be a little longer because they put new carpet in our church and I didn't have an office. But it was great to get away, and we're looking at for the next few weeks a topic called FaceTime, which I got from a friend of mine. I thank you for that, Russ. We're talking about different encounters with Jesus. And why I want to do that is because it seems like although I admire and accept the full authority of the whole Bible, it seems like when someone has an encounter, a face-to-face meeting, a conversation with Jesus, their life changes. We see the trajectory of their life take a different turn because of who they're meeting and what he is speaking into their lives. And we're going to be looking at different passages over the next couple weeks of when Jesus meets certain people, what happens to them. Last week we started by Jesus meeting with Nathanael and how he just said, how can anything good come out of Nazareth? And talking about how we sometimes think that way. Well, it can't be good if it has to do with Christianity or things like that. And this coming week, we will be talking about the insider and the outcast. Jesus meets with Nicodemus, who's an insider, and a woman at the well, who's an outsider, an outcast, and has pretty much the same message for both of them, no matter who they are. So please join us if you'd like on Sundays at 8 or at 10:30. But here's my encouragement for you today. The message I want to look at from the message is Luke 19:4. He, Zacchaeus, climbed up in a sycamore tree so he could see Jesus when he came by. I look at that and I don't know if it's holiness or desperation or something like that, but we've always known that Zacchaeus was a short man and needed to climb a tree in order to see these things. But what struck me about this is that he was kind of desperate to see Jesus. Um, and I think God wants us to be more, again, desperation might not be the word, wants us to be more interested, desperate to see him, to be with him. God has arranged this story so that it's largely through your life, my life, that people get to see a glimpse of Jesus. And I know that's a lot of pressure on us because if you want to turn your family off to Jesus, then ignore the idea of holiness and prayer, become a real jerk, and then insist that the family pray at meal times. Or let your kids see you lie to your boss or tell off your parents and then say, all right, everybody, we're going to church. That kind of a thing. It can even come down to your neighbor watching you yell and scream at your dog, and then they wonder why he's all dressed up to go to Sunday service. It's this lack of holiness or desperation or understanding our position that seems to cloud our witness for Christ. And I also thank God that the opposite is true, right? The beauty of your life as God's dearest friend is no more evident than watching your behavior and personality for your neighbor. It's one of the best witnesses for Jesus that we have is how we interact with people. So here is my prayer request for you today. Ask yourself, when it comes to my life, all right, when I think about my life, what is the Jesus that people see when they look at me? And ask Jesus, give me your life, give me your holiness, give me your personality, give me your words and your demeanor, so that people can see him through you. You're kind of like that sycamore tree that people climb up to see Jesus. Well, in a matter of speaking, my encouragement to you is to ask Jesus, what what kind of Jesus are people seeing when they look at me, and ask him to change that and to encourage you in that. I hope you have a great week. Stay warm, and we'll talk to you soon.